If you had a superhero name, what would it be?
Mm.
BBC girl.
Oh, okay. That's where we're gonna end. That's crazy.
Bobbi Althoff is already back. All right, guys, it was just the last show that we were reporting that Bobbi Althoff was canceling her podcast because of low viewership. And literally just a few weeks later, she's back with a new podcast. And to start off the new podcast rollout, she brought Big Daddy himself, Drizzy Drake. And yeah, let's go ahead and just roll the footage and see if this podcast lives up to all the hype.
Welcome to a much more refined, poised, and pleasant podcast.
Pleasant. I don't know about that.
I know. I
I
don't.
think that was just a word
I'm
you.
trying to get you brand deals.
Oh, so you want me to be more pleasant?
No, I'm just saying.
That's not what I need to do.
trying to pitch.
Okay, so I've said this on this show before, but I've never seen a good Drake interview. Like, to me, and this is coming from someone who likes Drake, who likes Drake's music, especially his early stuff. To me, Drake is one of the most boring personalities in hip hop. It's crazy that the Kendrick beef with him was such a big thing last year because Drake is just a boring personality. Like in interviews and I've seen him in what was that show called, The Shop or whatever, and like everything Drake says, it's like I don't know how to describe it, but he's such a boring personality.
Is
Welcome
that what I need
to-
to get more brand deals, be more pleasant?
Hey now. Welcome to a much more scenic, serene, and solid.
Like it's almost like he tries too hard to be cool. He tries too hard to be cool.
To solidarity.
But it's like how do I say? It's like he wants to be like I'm trying to think of a rapper who's naturally very cool. Okay, let's say someone like a ASAP Rocky who can he can just be cool without saying anything. Drake wants to be that level of cool where he can just walk in the room and not say anything. But like, I mean, and to an extent, he is that level of cool. I mean, he is a superstar and all, but like he tries too hard to be that person. Whereas it does the complete opposite. It's like if you try too hard at something, it has the negative effect of pushing people away. I mean, I'm not saying you shouldn't try hard at things. I'm just saying that if you try too hard at being cool, it has the negative effect.
What are you getting at?
Welcome to a much more scenic and serene and serious. It's not going to be serious though.
Is it not? I think it is.
Welcome to a much more scenic, serene, sexy.
No, try it again. Run it back.
I liked it.
I don't like that one.
Welcome to a much more scenic.
Yeah, and another thing, Drake doesn't do hip hop interviews. Like I don't think he's ever been to the Breakfast Club. I don't think I've ever seen him do a Hot 97 interview. I've never seen him actually sit down with Joe Budden. You know what? He did do a Joe Budden interview like 20 years ago. But other than that, I've never seen him I don't know. Like the other thing is because he does these interviews with for example, someone like Bobbi Althoff. She doesn't know anything about hip hop. You can't have a hip hop conversation about her. Like if you were to ask her, hey, like let's talk, what are your 10 favorite rap albums? What 10 favorite hip hop albums? 10 favorite hip hop songs? She wouldn't know what to say. Like you can't have an actual conversation about, your industry basically. So instead you're just going to have like these lighthearted jokes, these conversations that are completely about nothing. Like what has Drake been talking about this whole time? He's talking about serene and like being sexy and like he's not talking. There's no substance to what he's saying. Like his interviews are like his music, substanceless.
Serene. Equally sickening.
Okay, maybe I should just do it.
Okay, go ahead.
Welcome to the first episode of my new podcast that no one asked for.
Not this again.
All right, so is that the name of the podcast? Not this again?
How could he?
I mean, I don't think so. That's not even a good name. Like her last podcast was called A Really Good Podcast or something. I don't remember what her podcast was called. It was a very generic title, but it was purposely generic.
Her on and then take her off right after.
Well, I
and
didn't
it was-
take you off.
But that's kind of how people
You
saw
fell
it.
off.
That's how people saw it. Was that I had so many interviews lined up where afterwards, once you unfollowed me, blocked me, everything, it was just pulled, and I was like, oh God, it was like such a.
It was just like what, Ben Affleck or somebody?
Who?
No, Ben. Who? I don't know. It was like.
No, there was.
All right, so what they're talking about, her very first podcast, Drake, she got Drake to do her very first episode of her very first podcast, and that's what blew this girl up, at least in my world. I had no idea who this girl was. I guess she was a TikTok influencer or something, but I had no idea who she was until like that Drake interview with her and Drake in the bed, which they're trying to recreate here. But yeah, and then apparently something happened and Drake unfollowed her on social media. And Drake is so sensitive, man. Like, imagine having a beef with this girl. Imagine having a beef with this girl and unfollowing her on social media because you have a beef. Like, come on, man. Like,
ones that I had that I wouldn't name
Oh,
that
oh.
were scheduled back in the day.
And they all
Right
pulled?
after, and they pulled right
I was
after.
calling everybody going.
I'm
"Don't
sure you were.
fucking do
I'm
it.
sure you were.
Don't you fucking
Well, you
do
did
it."
not. Don't even say that and make people think you did that. You wouldn't do that. That's evil. But you did. You doing that was like you removing your like.
Cosign.
Yeah, of me, I guess. And people were like, why would I? If he doesn't even her, I'm not going to. And it was like pretty hard after that to like try to figure out how to make my way in the world without like with like people not knowing, because people thought it was bigger too than it was.
Yeah.
People.
I have no idea what this girl is talking about. Like this girl is speaking straight girl right now. Like she's speaking in circles. So I'm not even following what she's talking. I thought she was talking about like why Drake unfollowed her before, but now I have no idea what she's talking
Thought
about.
what happened between us was something like I don't know. We
What
had
did they
something
think?
bigger.
If you had a superhero name, what would it be? BBC girl.
Oh, okay. That's where we're gonna end. That's crazy. How about
Wait,
you redo
sorry.
that without that?
Sorry. If you had a superhero
Okay, so apparently the joke is Drake is about to kiss this girl.
name, what would it be?
Um,
What would it BB?
And this is what I mean by Drake being corny. Like, if this man wasn't rich and famous, never mind.
How do I clear up this rumor? What should I say to clear up this rumor?
I'm not also not gonna lie, like they have what's the opposite of chemistry? Like they have no chemistry together.
World thinks that you just
I'm a whore.
no.
That's
It's almost like because Drake is so rich and famous, he doesn't have to try with girls anymore. So he doesn't know what like good game looks like. And so like to him, even if he spits bad game, a girl's gonna be receptive because it's a freaking billionaire. I mean, is Drake a billionaire? But yeah, it's Drake. So of course they're gonna be receptive. So like Drake thinks he's better with women than he actually is. Like if you were to switch Drake's mind or switch out Drake's mind from his body and put him on like a Rick Ross body, Drake wouldn't know. Drake wouldn't know. Well, I don't know. Because Rick Ross is also rich and famous. All right, you know what I mean. Put him in a regular average Joe's body, and he would have no game.
definitely what
No, they
people
just think that
say.
you magnetically attract the biggest anacondas on planet Earth.
Okay, I
Why
don't
do
know
they
what
think
to-
that? Is it because you're like just so like sweet and dainty?
I don't know why people say that. I don't want them to say that anymore. I don't.
How are we gonna end it?
Well, whatever we do is going to set the precedent for every interview after. So just what are you thinking? That's not what I want to happen every single interview. Can you imagine that being the thing?
All right, and that was the interview. Drake supposedly goes for a kiss, and then she turns him down, even though I'm pretty sure that was rehearsed, or if not rehearsed, it was just Drake joking around, not to be taken serious. So yeah, that's my take on the Drake and Bobbi Althoff podcast. All right, looking at the chatters, we have no chatters.
Introducing the Late Night Show with your host, Cuddy Bino. Live streamed on both YouTube and Twitch. Search Cuddy Bino for more information.